Hey, you guys. What's up? Hey, Miss 702. How are you? Hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. We're going to wait for a little people to get in and then we can get to talking. Thank you, Miss 702. You've been so sweet. You just been blessing your girl. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. The 9%ers, we got a little topic to discuss. You guys. Hey, Slum. How are you? I just got done watching your video. Eating that good old chicken sandwich and them wings. Know what I'm saying? Yes. And you was dipping it in the ranch. I was like, yes, girl, yes. So good. But y'all come on in. Y'all got a good thing going. We appreciate y'all cleaning and listening. Thank you. We appreciate that the fact that you appreciate it. You know, sometimes when you do good work or you do good deeds, sometimes you feel like it's gone unnoticed and you feel like people don't pay attention. And the fact that you see what's going on and there are other people as well that really see what's going on. We appreciate you guys for real. We really do. Cause we just out here trying to, just change lives one at a time. Of course, you welcome. You can't get up. Um I'm scared to let me see. Okay, there you go. Hey, what's up, Nine? Oh, no problem, Slum. You welcome. What's up? What's up?
What up, man? You hear me?
Yes.
All right. I'm in the,
Hey, Chef. Thanks for coming in.
y'all got the one-eyed bandit in the building.
One eye bandit in the building, you guys.
Mm.
So you want me to get started or should we wait or go ahead and get started?
I'm here to assist you. So
I guess we'll go ahead and get started because I don't want to keep anybody waiting or anything like that. I'm doing great, Chef. How are you? You over there making that delicious food. So so I want to discuss like the 9%ers for the people who don't know what the 9%ers is. And what is that? What is it? Because you have people feel like, oh, it's a cult or it's whatever, people want to put it as. But this is directly coming from the nine. Okay. I'm telling you, we are telling you directly what it is. Now, if you hear that from other people, then you hear it from other people. But we are telling you what it is, right? And so the 9%ers were created by three people. If you're not familiar, me, Tate, you got the word or the one patch bandit, and you got antisocial amethyst, which is in the chat. Okay. So all three of us came together, right? And we had a goal in mind, right? And our slogan or our term you would like to say is a better you is a better us, right? So what does that mean? What does that mean? A better you means a better us, right? Because a lot of the times people today, they complain about how the world is, right? We complain, oh, it's too many killings, there's too many of this, there's too many of that that's going on. Too many people are stealing, too many people going into schools, killing children. I mean, unaliving children. I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be saying all that, right? But we complain about all of this stuff today. And so, how do we fix it? How do we fix it, right? I don't think you can come up, anti, because word is up. I'm not on stream. Oh, she wants to come up too. My bad.
I can let her. I let her up in a minute. She can come up in a minute.
Um, but so how do we fix it, right? The only way that we see about it is to fix yourself, right? Fix yourself. If everybody fixed their self, then think about where this world would be at. So that's what it is. Work on yourself individually, and this world will be a better place. So that's what a better you is a better us. When you become better, we all become better. Period.
The
Anything you
better
want
we.
to add on that?
No, that was fire right there. That's our mission statement. The better we are individually, the better we are collectively. Like you said, a lot of this stuff that goes on in the world is because of individuals. If you can see the individual impact a person can have doing damage, imagine the individual impact we can have creating and building positive things. So, that's what we do. We ain't no religion, we ain't no cult. We are a group of people who coming together and trying to do some positive things. We all are unique. We all have our own individual ways we do things, but we all understand that collectively we put all our talents and our skills and our resources, our wisdom together, we can make a positive impact. And we lead by example. Like we all three of us come from different walks of life. We have different experience. We have different lifestyles, but we found a way to put all the differences aside, focus on the similarities, and that's what we build upon.
Agreed. Yes. Hey, Rich. Sorry if I missed you. Um, so we came up with the fact that there are three aspects, right? And there's the mind. The mind is the word, and we have the body. The body is anti, and then we have the soul. The soul, which is me. So when you think about that, that is three aspects of ourselves: mind, body, and soul. And without knowing, we deal with the mind, body, and soul day in and day out. When you make decisions, um, when you laying in bed thinking about certain, it's either the soul, it's the mind, the body. It all comes together. It all plays a part in one another. Believe it or not, it's you don't think about it, but subconsciously it happens, right? Because, for example, you think about, hey, I want to go to school. What's the first thing that comes? Is usually something your soul or something inside of you saying, you know what, I need to go back to school, right? And then it's your mind, right? So then you start preparing yourself in your mind. What is it that I need to do to get ready to go to school? And then what does your body do? It follows, it reacts. You start going up to the school to prepare. You get everything together. You get your financial aid, all of that, right? Would that be the correct thing? Where
Yeah, everything starts, modern day science tell us that our thoughts influences our emotions, but if you truly think about it, like you said, it's that internal talk you have. It's a feeling first. A feeling always sparks the thought. So if you can, what we're practicing and what we're teaching is being aware of those feelings, so we can use those feelings to power our thoughts. So, like she said, you get that internal feeling. I want to go back to school. Then you start thinking of ways to get there. Once you think, then the action occurs. So, soul, mind, and then body. That's how we manifest. And the problem is, a lot of times we battle within ourselves, our feelings and our emotions. And that internal battle, you see the disarray through our actions. When we have an internal conflict, we don't make the right choices. We don't make the right decisions because we're not right inside. So that's what we're doing. We come and bringing information to help you get right on the inside so you can get right on the outside too.
Hmm. So somebody asked, what's the difference between mind, body, and soul? And I would say your soul is inside of you. It's that voice that speaks to you and says, do certain things, do this or do that. You should do this. Like that is your soul, right? Your mind is something to where it gets you to doing whatever it is your soul telling you to do. I think we just explained this a minute ago.
I rock out with it. So when you say your soul, right? This is the part that hasn't been taught to us in school. A lot of people don't understand what their feelings or emotions is. People associate it to intuition or discernment. It's that internal guiding system telling us if something is wrong or something is right. Our emotions, our feelings, that's the language of our soul. Think of it like that. Your emotions and feelings is your soul communicating with your mind. Your mind is your rational thinking. Your mind usually um, is predicated upon your experiences, right? How you rationalize things from the outside world. So your mind is the filter between the outside world and your inside world. Um, so that think of your mind as that as the filter, and then the body is your actions. What do you do? How do you interact with the outside world? So again, the soul is the internal guidance system. The mind is the rational thinking, the filter that plays like the mediator between the inside, your internal self, and then the outside.
Right. Yes, indeed. Hi, Richard. Hi, Bronze. Thanks for coming in. So, that's what the 9 percenters are. Just in case anyone is confused, don't know, you hear it straight directly from the source's mouth. This is who we are, right? This is what we represent. So, we want people that think for themselves, or if you can't think for yourself, you're willing to think for yourself. At least learn how to think for yourself. Can take criticism, willing to learn and just become a better you overall, right? So, anybody
Definitely.
interested, you guys, let us know. Interested for sure, let us know.
Bronze, what
Drop a
up?
9 in the comments. Huh?
Yeah, drop a nine in the comments if you're interested. Brian's
Yeah.
in the building. What up, Miss Rashida in the building? What up, sis? Appreciate you.
She really gave us a really good compliment. She was like, I really like what y'all doing. I see what y'all doing and stuff like that. And she was like, like it's really good.
Oh, that's
Hey,
that's
Tantha man. Huh?
that's that's one of them people unbiased stories on YouTube. I love me some Miss 702. That's one of my homies, man. I appreciate it.
And when she talks, she says really good things. She know how to put her words a certain way. Just like you and her, you both are capable of doing that. Sometimes I have difficulties doing that. So yeah, I like that though. I like that. So let's get into it. Adversity. What is adversity? So is the order soul, mind, and body? Because sometimes our body helps us understand what we feel. Like, say, if we got burned, we feel pissed.
Can I rock out with that?
Go ahead.
So this is the thing. There's no particular order. It's more situational because at times the outside will stimulate the inside and the inside will stimulate the outside. The key is being aware of which is happening. Um, like you said, if you burn yourself, that's a physical aspect. So by burning yourself, it'll send a signal to your mind, and then you'll get a feeling, right? But then if we talking about manifestation, it usually start at when I say manifestation, it's not some supernatural thing. We manifest every day. Everything we manifest. If you think about going to get a cup of coffee, and if you think about it and go get it, that's you manifested a cup of coffee. You went and you made it happen. So don't think of when use the term manifestation and I'm talking about some supernatural spiritual stuff. No, I'm talking about the action of creating. So at any particular time, those three aspects will work or correlate in different segments, right? It'll happen at different times. Sometimes the body will spark an emotion and then you'll get a thought. Sometimes emotion will stimulate a thought and then you'll get an action. So think of three aspects existing in the same place simultaneously. The whole point of this whole concept is you understanding what the process is, right? Which and where is it coming from? Because a lot of times the outside will stimulate something on the inside and it's not beneficial for you. And that's how people manipulate you. So the whole key is this is to becoming complete, to have all three aspects work with one another, not against one another. So there's no true order. Just understand that at any time, these three aspects can work in any succession.
Right.
I hope that was an adequate understanding.
Okay. I think it was. They say, I understand, after all, we're both body and soul. A lot of New Age religion emphasizes our sense of consciousness, but in reality, we exist both physically and spiritually. Thanks for the dialogue.
That's
Agreed.
definitely facts. Definitely facts.
Mm-hmm. Agree, agree. So thank you for that. Hey, Lady Shea Butter. Hey, girl. Thanks for coming in. She's speaking to everybody. And hey, Lisa just came in as well. And
What
Rich.
up,
Thank
Lee?
you, Rich. So today we're going to be talking about. So what's going to happen is the 9 percenters are going to touch on adversity, right? I am the soul. So I'm going to touch on the soul part of adversity. Word is the mind. He's going to touch on the mind part of the adversity, and anti is the body, and she's going to touch on the body part of adversity. So if you listening, you liking the conversation, there are going to be three parts: mind, body, soul. Stick around for all three of them if you like. We're going to go after I end this one. It'll be the next person and the next person. Okay? So stay around if you're interested. Now, we're going to talk about adversity. What is adversity, right? Adversity is misfortune, troubling situations, or hardship. We all at some point have faced adversity in our life, right? Nobody is exempt from adversity. Like nobody. You know, we all face it, right? So it's important to understand the effects it has on us emotionally, which is the soul, mentally, which is the mind, and physically, which is the body. So today we will touch on all three aspects using the cycle of completion. Okay? So I am the soul, and so I am going to discuss how the soul is faced with adversity. So when you face with when facing adversity, how does it feel? Right? And you can feel stuck, frustrated, fearful, doubt, hopelessness, anxiety, depressed, embarrassed, insecure. These are all like negative aspects of how you feel when you face adversity, right? And then so the positive aspects of that, with overcoming adversity, right? We all think about how you feel when you are facing adversity. You feel defeated, you feel sad, you feel fearful, like all of those that are being stated, right? But then go back to a time when you overcame it. How did you feel when you overcame adversity? Right? Did you feel confident? Did you feel resilient? Right? Did you feel motivated? Did you feel inspired? Um, you had a lot of self-love for yourself. Like all of these are all the feelings that you get when you overcome the adversity. So you want to say something?
Oh, no, you rocking out.
Oh. So yeah. Um, thank you. I appreciate it. So yeah, I want to talk about just my adversity, what I faced. I faced so many, okay, several adversities. As far as we all different types of adversity we face. Either lost a job, finances. That's like the main number one. I think we all go through is finances. Um, loss of a loved one. We all have dealt with that. But me in particular, I want to talk about my adversity of being a single mom, right? The feeling of being a single mom, right? And in the beginning, like, first of all, who wants to be a single mom? Like, I didn't sign up for that. Not me. Like, no, like, I didn't sign up to be that, right? That's not something that I wanted to do. I didn't go into that. I grew up in a two-parent household. My parents were married for over 30 years. So I always looked at, okay, when I get in a relationship, I be with somebody, like we're gonna, I looked at it as if I planned to be married. I didn't plan to not like to be a single mom, right? So the feeling I got when I actually became, I was angry, right? That's how I felt. Like I was angry. I was angry at him, mad at him in the beginning. And you go through all of these different emotions because it's like you angry at the person, and then I get angry at myself because it is like, how could you do that? Why you didn't, put necessary boundaries in place to prevent yourself from becoming a single mother, right? So I'm angry at him. Then I turn it on me, and I'm angry at myself, and now I'm beating myself down. Now I'm depressed. Now I want to isolate myself. Now I want to be away from the world. I feel embarrassed. Like, I feel embarrassed. I didn't sign up for this. Like, the society that we live in today is just not set. It doesn't look good, being like a single mom. It just doesn't. Like, society looks down on people like that, right? And so, um, I was embarrassed. That's just what it was. That's how I felt. And then after the embarrassment is over with and all of that is said and done, then it's like, okay, well, I got work to do. Like I still have to do what I need to do, right? I still have to be a mom. I still have to get up every single day, right? Nobody wants to be like a mom and a dad. And it also takes financial toll on one person. So that was just some of the things that I personally dealt with me being a single mother. I done that, still do. Step back, take accountability. It's not easy. It's a journey, mistake. Yeah, that's how it is. It's like you recognize it, you get mad, you get angry, but then you have to accept it. Am I talking about overcoming? I probably shouldn't, huh? Oh, but you know, I am I talking about overcoming? Word.
I mean, if you want to, rock
No,
out, man. I'm
no,
for you
no. I
rocking
know
out.
I'm not supposed to, but that part wasn't right. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna talk about just like the feelings of it. But yeah, I felt depressed. You know what I'm saying? I felt embarrassed. I had a lot of different feelings. I was mad at him. I'm like, how could you? You know? Like, how could you? But at the end of the day, you realize like some people are just not meant to be in relationships. Some people don't have communication skills. It just don't work out. It just don't work out. What am I supposed to do? I'm supposed to just lay down and give up on adversity? Like, no. Sorry. So I don't have it. I'm gonna be quiet because I'm talking too much. Word take over.
I had to
If
get
you
baby
can.
girl. No, I can take over. I mean, I got baby girl right here with me, but no, that like with me, the emotions, will create thoughts, and those thoughts dictate our actions. So it's important for us to be able to control our emotions because we go get those thoughts regardless. So, like what you were saying, becoming a single mother, I couldn't imagine, being a father now, and if something was to happen, and if I was a single parent, those emotions can dictate how we begin to, raise our kids. I remember, my mother and father was never together, and my mother never spoke illy about my father, but I've had friends who was in single parent households. Don't get in the camera, baby. In the single parent households, and I heard how the mother or the father talked about the other one, and the way they begin to feel about the parent. So the way we feel can not only affect us, but it can affect, our children. So it's important, like you said, for us to be able to identify those emotions and handle them before, they cause problems.
Hmm. Right. Hey, gamer dad. So yeah, I mean, that's what it was. I grew up in a two-parent household. So I never thought about me being a single mom. It's what I saw. So that's automatically what I thought I was gonna become, right? Like that's what was just in my mind. But then I didn't realize that, hey, sometimes some people don't stick around or they don't want to stick around. They don't want to stay through it. My parents just decided they wanted to stick around with one another and be there, and not give up on each other. But what can you do when one person gives up? Like, there's nothing that you can do.
I want to add one more thing to what you said too, and I want to applaud you too because a lot of times things like that, what people don't understand is like, yeah, like you said, you were angry, but you did something about it. And the important part about that is because is anger oftentimes turn into bitterness, and when you bitter, it's actually a psychological diagnosis called PTED, post-traumatic embitterment disorder, and that's when you ruminate or you dwell in your bitterness. And so often, I hear people talk about things that happened to them when they were younger, and a lot of times the people who did the things to them are no longer here, and they still upset at them, and you can see the effects it has on their everyday life. Their interactions that they having with current people in their life, they still affected from past embitterment. So I want to applaud you on that because you ain't a bitter chick, and I appreciate that because just working with you it'd be difficult if you was, but I think that's a beautiful thing and it gives hope. So that's why I always encourage you to tell your story. I'm motivated, inspired by your story, and I hope you continue doing that, sis, and be that light because I'm telling you, the way you walk, the way you talk, you inspire a lot of women and you empower a lot of women because you've been through a lot and just being an example of how overcoming an adversity. You are an example of that. So I wanted to applaud you on that.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Cause so you said something about, how I felt. Cause I was angry at him. And then too, after I was angry at him, I tried to like force him or make him try to, do certain things. Like you should be doing this, you should be doing that. You know what I mean? Like I was forcing him or trying to force him to do certain things. And then I got to a point where I was just like, man, I had to check myself. I had to check my emotions. I had to check myself, you know you just have to check everything. You have to look at how you're acting, how your emotions, how you're feeling, you know? And yeah, I mean, that's what I had to do. It's important how we
And
channel those emotions. Go ahead.
no, I just seen we got someone new here. Yeah, bro, I'm not trying to hit. That's like my sister, man. I got a whole wife. You see the back of my baby right here, bro. I got a whole wife. I ain't no thirsty dude. I
Is
got a
that what
lot of
they're
dick.
trying to say?
That's what that dude's trying to say. That's okay.
Oh,
I
that's
mean,
weird. That's
yeah, no,
weird.
people project. It's okay. I'm used to it. You
That's
know,
weird. He's
people.
new. He doesn't know. Just
Yeah,
ignore
that's
him.
what I say. I ain't paying no attention. I just wanted to put that disclaimer out there for, any new people. You know, I got a monotone voice. I'm a laid back, cool dude. I don't get too high and get too low, so that's why I always sound like this. By the way, um, yeah, and I really don't care
He
what
talking
people
about the dude that's speaking is down bad. Like, do he know you?
No, and
Weird.
yeah,
Okay, anyways, it's important how we channel those emotions too, though. No. Yes, it's important how you channel those emotions. Like, can't anger sometimes be a driving force to getting more being determined?
yeah, anger is actually one of those emotions that people view as a bad thing, but a lot of people channel anger or transmutate anger and get a lot of beneficial um, things done with it. Me personally, I use anger as inspiration, motivation. Sometimes I'm at my most creative when I'm pissed off. So it's not. I mean, good or bad is perception. So I don't look at anger as something bad. But uh, who is that? That's okay. Definitely make sure you subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to my channel also because with this conversation, we just bringing awareness to adversity. We're gonna have another dialogue probably next week on how to overcome. So we will be giving those tools on how to transmute, how um, giving you some ideas of how you overcome adversity, just in general. So this conversation is just awareness. We're gonna talk about the positive and the negative aspects of adversity.
That's why I told him to take over because I started talking about how to overcome it, and so that's why I was like, okay, I need to be quiet because we're gonna talk about that next week, you guys, on like how to overcome adversity and things like that. Right now, we just talking about the for me for the soul. We're talking about the feeling that you get when you face adversity, right? Because I am the soul. And so, yeah, it's a feeling. We all have felt depressed. Hey, Miss Tracy, how you doing? We all have felt, depressed, hopeless. It has been a point in our life where we haven't felt the best, right? Adversity can get the best of us at times. But you can take all of that negative aspects and you can turn it into something positive. But like Word said, we gonna talk about that next week on that, right? So anybody want to comment and say like some adversity they went through that they, either you overcame or how you felt about it? No, I'm not professional. No, I'm just speaking from experience. That's it. I can only speak from my experience. So, no, I'm not professional. Don't look at me as a professional. I only speak from the things that I have been through. I can't talk about things that I have not been through. I could give you advice on it, but I'm going to automatically tell you I have not been through that. Right? So I definitely will tell you that. Thank you, Madeline. I appreciate that.
And baby girl ain't got no chill right now, so you acting a fool.
The best way of learning is through experience. That's the best way to learn things is through experience.
The best educator of life is life itself. So that's why I tell people don't run from adversity. Adversity is simply an opportunity to see how far you came and how far you got to go. That's how I look at adversity. That's how I take it. Is adversity is gonna come in many different forms. And it's levels to everything. So
I
even
was
in
just
your
about to say,
profession,
do you feel like the higher you get, the more
the more you get, yeah. I mean, when I was in a certain tax bracket, I didn't worry about certain things. Now that I'm in a different one, now I have to worry about it. So I mean, definitely, higher you go, um, the more money you make, the more problems you see. Not with just financial things, just in life. Think about when you're single, right? You got different problems than when you married. Then when you married, you got different problems than when you had kids and married. So it's just different. Like, when me and my wife was dating, we had problems because I'm in the for the people who don't know all the new people. My wife, I guess you associate me as an African American, but my wife is Middle Eastern. So I'm in um, oh baby, I'm in a mixed relationship. So just the diversity of her family accepting me. Got past that, then now it's like my family has always been accepting, but now I got to deal with society. And not only do I got to deal with society about us being together, but now we got kids. So now we got to prepare our kids for that because they go face adversity just for them being who they are because their mother and father decided to create them and they come from different races. So now they got to deal with that. So it's levels to everything. Liz B, what up, sis? Miss
Hey
Tracy, I
Liz.
appreciate you, Miss Tracy. I don't
Thank
know,
you.
Miss Rashida. I don't think she ever. I mean, I can vouch
She
for
got a
with
wrench.
her.
I gave it to her.
Okay, cool.
Did you see that today? How I had two separate lives going on at the same time? No, I did see though where I went into your live and then it was like you couldn't cut the live off or something. So I did see that. Yeah, that's crazy though. What did you say? Adversity made me stronger. Things I felt like I would never live through. I'm still here. Girl, tell me about it. Cause I feel the same way. Like adversity made me strong. Okay. It made me resilient. It make you feel like, you know what? You can like what? Say what? Don't play with me. Y'all done heard my battle cries. Things work out. They work out. And it's your mind frame too. It's the way you think when you facing that adversity. That's what you have to think about. How are you thinking? Do you have faith? Do you have the correct mindset? Or are you already feeling defeated? Are you already like, I can't do that? It's not gonna happen. Things are not gonna work out, right? Are you having anxiety about it? How are you feeling? Because I think that how you feel, how you feel inside is what comes out. on the outside of you. It's what you project on the outside. So in your mind, if you have fear, doubt, uncertainty on the outside, what is that going to project? Right? What are you going to be doing on the outside? Most likely, you're probably going to be like depressed, not moving around, isolating yourself, eating a whole bunch of food, right? I mean, doing things that, are not probably good for you. But when you have positive thoughts in your mind, right? You like, oh, I know I can get through this. Yeah, it's a little hill to climb, but I know I can get through this. I know I can make it. What are you projecting then on the outside? Then you see yourself getting up every day, right? Moving around, doing what you need to do, taking care of business, going here, going there, right? So that's real. Yes, Liz, like depression, eating, it is serious. It's very serious because it happens to me. Like I get depressed and I can eat myself at a house and home because food is so comfortable to me. It makes me comfort. But for other people, food could be something when they get in a situation they don't eat. You have people who don't eat. Like they don't think about food. I have been in that state sometimes. It's weird because I have been in a state where I get depressed and I eat, and then and I've gotten a state before where I felt some type of way and I don't eat. I've been on both end of the spectrum, but majority of the time for me, your girl gonna eat. Okay, I'm gonna eat some. I'm gonna eat out of house to home. I'm gonna be in that refrigerator every 5 minutes trying to find comfort for myself. Breeze, gone on. Breeze, you a trip. Your world is your mirror. What you are is reflected around you. Bingo. Oh, I like you. Okay. Bingo. That's exactly what it is. Your world is your mirror. What you are is reflected around you. Okay. So, you know how we always be talking about, oh, why I always got people that I can't trust, or why I always got this, always got that. You might have to check yourself. Are you being authentic? Right? Are you being an example that you want other people around you to be? That was a really good one. What Michael Jackson say? That man in the mirror. You better check that man in the mirror. You better look at yourself. For real. Look at yourself. Adversity builds you as a person. It definitely does. It builds you. It makes you resilient. It depends on the situation because I've been in both, not eating or over. Yeah, that's me. I've been in both too. Like I've been in a situation where I didn't eat and I lost weight, and then I've been in situations where like I overeat. But majority of the time for me, um, I eat because I love food. I'm a foodie. That's how I am. I shut down and don't eat. Yeah. And they both the same content, one audio. Oh wow, that's weird. Breeze, Breeze, I'm gonna get you. Ignore him. Why do I gotta get my knee out the screen? Is it bothering you? Where get him, get your friend. Is it bothering you? Dang. Is that better? Hey Dwayne. Thank you for coming in. But yeah, you guys, stick around. If you just now coming in, stick around. This is a three-part series that we're gonna do: mind, body, and soul. Okay, and so we're discussing adversity. We're discussing how it affects the soul, how it affects the mind, and how it affects the body. In about 15 minutes, we're gonna go over to Word, and we're gonna probably drop the link in the chat because I think it is clickable, right? and we're gonna go to adversity, the body. I mean the mind, how it affects the mind, and we're gonna talk about that, and then we'll go over to the body, which is antisocial. Apparently, they say we overeat when we are depressed because it's the only thing that helps us produce serotonin during that time. Interesting. Hmm. You could be right, my friend. You could be right. I just feel like it's like a comfort, It's like nothing at that time when I'm going through something, the comfort of it, like it makes me feel comfortable in a weird way. Like it makes me feel comfortable, you know? And so I eat. And then when I get that sad feeling again, I'm back in the refrigerator. Thank you for dropping his live. You guys, that's the link down below. We're gonna go to his live next, like I said, and we're gonna discuss the mind of adversity. Okay, the mind. Leave my knee alone. It ain't bothering nobody. Dang, it ain't bothering nobody. So I feel like correcting the way you feel, you can correct the way you think, right? So when you're going through this adversity, you need to be trying to, think how you feel. So automatically ask yourself questions. This is what we all need to start getting the habit of. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Right? How do I feel right now? Do you feel sad? You feel angry? You feel depressed? You feel worthless? You feel helpless? You feel stressed? You feel stressed out, right? After you ask yourself, and you know what's good? Well, maybe I'm not going to say that. Okay, so after you ask yourself, right, then you say, why do I feel like this? Why do I feel like this? Like, start asking yourself questions. Why do I feel like this? Do I feel like this because I feel insecure about myself? You know? Do I feel like this because I have a lack of knowledge? Do I feel like this? Do I feel unworthy? Like um, do I feel like this because I'm fearful? These are some of the things that, we should be questioning ourselves, questioning each other about. And get you a journal, write it down on paper if you have to. Why do I feel like this? And write it down, right? Hey, King, what's up? Me too now. Don't eat, but once a day. Sometimes nothing at all. Ooh, wow, Tracy. Okay. That knee reduced all my stress. Well, there you go. Stop complaining about the kneading if it reduces your stress. Breeze is a mess, man.
That's my boy, man. Leave Breeze alone. He ain't doing nothing but being Breeze.
I ain't know he be doing all that now. I ain't know. But
But yeah, I think that
go
was a
ahead.
dope session. No, I think that was a
You
dope
think
session.
so? It was good.
Yeah, I think you definitely covered the aspect of emotional adversity. You know, what happens emotionally when we engage in adversity. And it's important to understand. Like, guess what? This ain't nothing that anyone is exempt to. Everyone is gonna face this, and there's levels to it. So it's important to be aware and understand that, like, you can't fix something if you ain't aware of what the problem is. And a lot of times people go through adversity and they hide it away, they tuck it away, or they try to forget about it, and it pop up later on in life. So it's always best to try to handle it when it arises. But you only can do that if you're aware of it and if you have the tools to handle it. So that was fire what you said.
That's why I don't understand why people laugh at other people's hardships, because we all go through it, right? So it's like it's just weird to me for people to sit up and want to laugh at people because they lost a job or because they're not able to do, you know what I mean, certain things. And it's just, I don't know. I don't laugh about, I don't mess around and play with people hardships. I don't kick nobody down. You know what I mean? While they're down, I don't kick them. But you'll have people do that like you exempt. Like you, like nothing can happen to you, like you untouchable.
I'm just my bad. I was laughing at Breeze, but to answer
Right,
that question,
man. Man, he
hey,
better go. Somebody get
hey,
him. How did you come over here? How did you know we was over here?
you probably seen my thing. I shared you up,
Man,
but what's it? I just lost all train of thought. Breeze had me got
right.
me
He over
going.
here disturbing the peace.
Oh man, hold on. What did you just say?
I said, you
I'm
know
gonna
how
stop reading the
people do.
comments.
People will laugh at other
Oh,
people's adversities.
you know, a lot of times that's because uh, if it makes them feel better about their situation. You know, if you can look at someone else and see them going through more or think they're going through more, it makes people feel better. I know it sounds weird, but that's how some people are built. And then some people just enjoy, like Gary said it perfectly yesterday. You know, I mean earlier. You know, some people's peace is chaos. You know, they had so much chaos inside that they have no other choice but to express it. You know, whatever's on the inside of you, go come out. You know, that's what manifestation is. That's what expression is. It's how we feel and think on the inside. We tend to express it, you know, physically. So a lot of times people laugh at other people' pain because they're in pain. You know, they say hurt people hurt people. You on mute, sis.
Oh, my bad. I'm like, you he boy, get your boy. Look at him. He talking about that's our girl. Oh my goodness. But just yeah, like I said, correcting the way you feel, correcting, the way you think. That way it'll reflect on the outside. That's the most, that's the thing we should do. I guess I don't have anything else to say. Does anybody want to say something, before we go? Besides my cherries and my knee, but we're headed over to the word. Are you
Hey, I
ready,
got.
word, or do I need to keep going?
No, I can rock out. I'm gonna hop down and I'll fire it up. You know, I gotta play a little music before we
Yeah, Miss Diversity, can you drop his link one more time so everybody
I'm
can
gonna
know we're going over to his channel. He's gonna discuss adversity, the mind, what it does to the mind.
I would say this because I don't believe you can click on the links from this vertical live. So if anyone's in the vertical live, they won't be able to find it. But if you share it on your community tab, they can get it from there.
Oh, okay. I'll share his if anyone don't know where how to go, how to get there, go to my community page and it'll be on there.
Yeah, man, I'm about to
Okay.
start the show. I think I'm gonna go. I'm gonna fire up the laptop. I don't think I'm gonna go from the phone. I'll talk in the mic. How do the audio sound? Does it sound okay, or should I get on the mic?
That sounds good to me. I don't have no, I don't, I don't know what the other people can hear on the other end, but it doesn't sound bad to me.
Because I'm in my son's playroom right now, so I'm chilling in here, but I'm comfortable, so I'm gonna rock out from the phone then. I'm a new friend from Pakistan. That's what up. We
Hey,
appreciate it.
Pakistani.
Hey, what
Is that
language you
correct,
speak?
Pakistan?
Yeah, we got a translator. What language you speak, bro?
I'm
You
from
speak every
Texas.
from Texas. Everything's big in Texas.
I'm from Texas. You good, Breeze? I'm not paying. I already know. This is my first time seeing you up in here. I'm not gonna pay you any mind. That's what I'm gonna do. I am not gonna pay you any mind. You hear me?
MashaAllah. Oh, that's what's up. All right, I see y'all over there. I'm about to go fire it up.
Okay, you guys. Yeah. You sound, yeah, they say you sound good. He say you sound good.
All right, cool.
Yeah. Yep. We got it's some fine ladies in Texas. Sure do. Get you one. Where you from, Breeze? You in my bushes, Lord. Okay. But stay in the bushes. Hey, Gary. Oh, well, thanks for coming in. Yeah, we late. You late. Nah, you good. You know, people can't be on YouTube all the time. But we discuss adversity and we discuss how adversity affects the soul, right? How adversity affects the soul. And that was my discussion of it. Now we are heading to words, and he is going to discuss how adversity affects the mind. And then we'll go to anti, and she's going to discuss how adversity affects the body. Oh, you from New York? Okay, New York. Okay, New York. Yeah, so we'll see y'all there. Okay, head over to the words now, and we're going to talk about the mind, adversity, and then we'll talk about the body. So I see you guys. Thank y'all so much for rocking it out and staying with us. And I will see y'all next week.